Hello and a warm welcome to World This Week by latestlaws.com. This is a weekly program, so hit the bell icon to get notification for new videos. My name is Sheetal June, Associate Editor, latestlaws.com, and I will be taking you through significant orders and judgments passed by various courts in the country and some important international news from this week. Let's begin with Supreme Court this week. The Supreme Court has set aside the impugned judgment of the National Company Law Appellate Tribunal, which had affirmed the resolution plan for ACIL Limited and ordered a revaluation of the assets of the corporate debtor. The Apex Court emphasized the importance of adhering to the statutory framework of the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016 and ensuring a quick and time-bound resolution for insolvency while allowing the appeal. The Supreme Court has reaffirmed the principle that an insured individual is limited to claiming only what is explicitly covered by the insurance policy. Emphasizing the importance of a strict interpretation of the term within an insurance policy, the court clarified that the rule of contra proferitum, which dictates that only ambiguous clause in a contract should be interpreted against the party introducing it, does not apply to commercial contracts such as an insurance agreement. The Supreme Court, while rejecting a bail application, has stated that economic offences like money laundering have become a real threat to the functioning of the financial system of the country. The Supreme Court in a recent ruling has highlighted the crucial importance of adhering strictly to Section 69 of the Indian Evidence Act when proving the authenticity of a will in cases where attesting witnesses cannot be found. The Apex Court observed that in accordance with Section 69, the validation of wills cannot solely rely on incidental witnesses claiming to have observed the attesting witness sign it. The Supreme Court has held that immovable property rights cannot be transferred on the basis of unregistered agreement to sell or on the basis of an unregistered general power of attorney. The case revolved around a dispute over possession and mense profit and the appellant asserting ownership based on an oral gift hibah from his brother. The Supreme Court in one case has invoked the doctrine of transferred malice to uphold the conviction of an appellant. Despite the appellant lacking any intention to cause the death of the deceased, having filed with the aim of resolving a dispute with the deceased, the court held that the doctrine of transfer of malice or transmigration of motive played a decisive role. This doctrine possessed that the mental element or mens rea associated with committing an offence can be transferred to another individual, thereby holding the appellant accountable for the unintended consequences of his actions. Now let's have an overview of high courts. In a major relief to home buyers, the Allahabad High Court has set aside the Noida Authority's 201st Board Meeting Order banning the approval of building map revisions and also registry of the apartments at the Sports City in Sector 150 located along the Noida-Greater Noida Expressway. The High Court of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh has quashed a detention order holding that representations made on behalf of the detainee have not been considered by the government. Right of the detainee to make a representation and to have the same considered by the competent authority is a fundamental right guaranteed to a person under detention under Article 22 of the Constitution, and infraction of such a right render the detention illegal and unconstitutional. The Delhi High Court has highlighted the gender-neutral nature of the maintenance provision under the Hindu Marriage Act. The division bench comprising of Justice V. Kameshwar Rao and Justice Anup Kumar Viditra delivered the verdict in response to an appeal challenging a family court order. The Bombay High Court has held that the State Caste Scrutiny Committee does not have any power to suo motu verify past records, reopen its own past decisions, and invalidate the caste validity certificates already generated. The Punjab and Haryana High Court, in a petition filed by MBBS students who were found cheating in an exam, has held that the use of unfair means in the medical profession can potentially endanger the life of patients and therefore refused to interfere in the university's decision to cancel the entire exam for students who were found using unfair means. The Jharkhand High Court has stated that the situations where a statute specifies that the death penalty as possible punishment, the court must postpone any further proceedings related to the sentencing after explicitly informing the accused of their right to present evidence regarding mitigation circumstances. Moving on to international news this week. Pop star Shakira has agreed to a deal with Spanish prosecutors, avoiding a trial in a case that accused her of tax evasion. The settlement carries heavy fines totaling to about 7.3 million euros or about $8 million, but spares the singer with jail term with a 3-year suspending sentence. A Qatar court has accepted an appeal against the death sentence to 8 Indian Navy veterans, raising hope for a relaxation in the extreme punishment announced in an alleged case of espionage. The UK High Court is set to consider for the first time whether universities owe a legal duty of care to their students, which campaigners argue would save lives and bring England and Wales in line with other countries. In the end, we have miscellaneous news. Minister of State for Electronics and IT Rajiv Chandrasekhar has said that the government will assist citizens in filing FIR against social media platforms for violation of IT rules in case they have agreed from objectionable content like deepfakes. The Bar Council of Delhi has issued a notice updating advocates on the verification of certificates and place of practice. The notice highlights the requirement for advocates to possess a valid certificate of practice, emphasizing the verification must occur every 5 years. To streamline this process, the Council has introduced a digital verification form as well. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. This is a weekly program, and to get more information, please check the description box, and for weekly updates, like and subscribe to our channel.